Good morning, everyone. So, I woke up this morning and was going about my day, and I started thinking about Noah. And I do that a lot because I I talk with God about it. Like I feel like I liken myself to Noah. You know, a person who has the way to get to God, believe in Him, trust in Him. I mean, he knows this destruction is coming, and he knows a way to avoid it, and he's trying to tell people, and nobody wants to listen to him. So, um, I, well, as I was thinking about him, something came to me today. Thank you, God, that I hadn't really ever thought of before, and I just want to share it with y'all. So, my heart really goes out to lost people. You know, they don't realize what we really live in. Um, we don't just live in a spiritual world. A physical world, sorry. We live in a spiritual one as well. It is real. And I run into a lot of people who say that, uh, they don't believe in God, that they're fine with being a good person. And I mean, most of you that go to church, you've heard dozens of times that being a good person doesn't get you into heaven. Well, uh, what came to me today, I think, is a really good illustration or analogy of being a good person doesn't get you in. All right. So, Noah, ask yourself this question: did being a good person save them from the flood? You know the answer. Answer it. Did being a good person save them from the flood? Save them from destruction? Did it matter how good they were? No. What did they have to do? All they had to do was walk onto the boat. That's it. Why couldn't more people just walk on the boat? That's all they had to do to be saved. And the prerequisite of that time, the way the principle of the thing. Okay, before you can walk, or anybody would have walked on that boat, they would have first had to have faith. Okay, they had to have a faith in God. They had to believe He was real. They had to, if Noah's the messenger saying that God's going to bring destruction, they had to believe in Noah, and then they had to believe in God. Okay, so they had to have faith. That's what I'm getting to right here. And after they had faith, then they physically had to walk on the boat. Okay, the same is for now today. All right, you have to have faith, and your physical has to align. All right, what does the word say? Ephesians 2:8. For it is by faith we have been saved. Okay, and then what is the other thing we have to do? If you believe in your heart and confess with your lips, you shall be saved. Nothing says anything about being a good person. In fact, Jesus says nobody's good. No, not one. And go find that Ephesians 2:8 and 9. It says that further. Um, saying that so no man can boast. All right. Um, I like to think, or my imagination goes back to Noah, and I think on if he had a dear friend, and he was always trying to tell his friend, buddy, come on, join me, get on the boat. And his dear friend respected him, that Noah loved God. And he said, it's okay, Noah, buddy. I mean, we're friends. We've been friends since childhood. I just don't believe in God. I've never seen him. I've never seen rain. Okay, I've never uh, I've never seen anything. I've never felt anything. So I'm not getting on the boat, buddy. I just don't. I don't believe God's out there. And I know everybody thinks you're crazy for building this boat, and that, that's cool, man. I mean, we'll still be friends. We'll go out to eat, we'll visit, we'll go ride horses around together. You know, he was a good man. As far as like your definition of good goes. But when the flood came, he was not on the boat. His goodness didn't get him on the boat. His lack of faith kept him off the boat. And it doesn't matter how good a person he was, how good a friend he was to Noah. Even if, when you think of Noah's time, God says that the world had increased in wickedness. Well, I think there's a lot of wickedness out there in the world today, but by definition, a lot of people think they're good. And it just, I want to talk on another message about happiness, because I know that when people think of a Christian, they think of, well, aren't they supposed to be the happiest people in the world? Well, I am and I'm not. I mean, it's like Noah knowing I trust in God, I believe in God, I'm going to be saved from the destruction that is to come. I'm going to be on the boat, I'm going to be with my God. And there's a joy and a happiness in that. But then he also knows he's going to be standing on that boat looking out, and he's going to see friends he had, he's going to see families, he's going to see strangers, and they're all being subject to God's destruction. They're all dying. And I feel that, when I go places, when I think of people I know that say they don't believe in God, my heart, I just really feel for them. And that's really what I want to share with you. I wanted to point out that your whole being has to align. Your spirit, your body, your soul, they all have to align. The message I did the other day with your spirit, soul, and body. And again, to get on the boat with Noah, first you had to believe. You had to believe the message that was being preached, and then you had to physically walk on the boat. And in today's time, it's you have to, for it is by grace we have been saved. You have to believe in God. That's all it takes. It's just belief. And God is okay with the smallest amount you can bring. Jesus says if you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. It's not like you have to have a great faith. You have to be solid that God is real. I mean, to the fullest extent. I want to believe. God help me believe. If you have that heart, which it's been proven, God loved a man that said that to him. He said, Lord, help me in my unbelief. And God helped him. Jesus. So they're the same. I just throw the words out. But, and then confess with your lips and believe in your heart. I mean, literally, guys, that's all it takes. But your physical and your spiritual, it all has to align. And the commandment, what's one of the great commandments? Love the Lord with all your heart, soul, mind, your strength. It's all this. God has to be your all in every area, your spirit, soul, and body, and it begins in the spirit. So I hope you were able to take something from this, and I hope you have a very blessed day. I love you all. Bye.